Hi everyone, welcome to the Street Show. We're playing some Monster Train today. So, we, if I'm not mistaken, are now at Covenant rank 10. This one. Friendly units on the top floor enter with Dazed. Now it says win streak 0, but that's because it's a different cup, because we're at a different Covenant rank threshold. So that's an important distinction to make, I think. But other than that, we're not really changing anything. It's still whatever the max Covenant rank we have available to us, still random allies and random primary clan, and we do all the trials. Alright. So we are the Melting Remnant allied with Umbra, and we have Seraph the Temperament as the final boss. A couple good things I'm seeing already. We got Fatal Melting right off the bat. If we can get something like permafrost on that and save it for, a really big floor, we're gonna have our dregs dying. We're gonna have a bunch of morsels dying. Fatal Melting's gonna get really strong really quick. Let's check the hero power first. So, I do like the Dark Calling Rector Flicker. I kind of want to try this Harvest one, though, especially since we're allied with the Umbra. I mean, if we get... I know it's a little bit cliche, but if we were to get something like a Maker Master combo, then Rector Flicker gets really strong really fast. Not as hard-hitting as Penumbra, mind you, but tankier for sure. And maybe because of that, he gets more hits in. So yeah, let's give this one a shot. I'm very curious. And then what do we get? When a friendly unit dies, enhance it with plus 10 attack or plus 3 magic power. So magic power obviously benefits Fatal Melting, and there's going to be other spells that we pick up that maybe help us. But and honestly, neither of these help us out too much right off the bat. Resin Block is good if we can get some nice reform synergies going. So I think that's the one we're going to go with. The alternative is that we try and do an artifactless run, but I don't think I want to do that. Not for our first Covenant 10 run, I should say. Alright, spikes 3 on non-boss enemy units. So all of our morsels that attack would die, all of our dregs will die, and our train stewards are still just fodder. Alright. Let's see. So I could technically play all of these on the same floor. Does that achieve anything, though? 27... It is 37 damage, so it puts that right in range of like a train steward killing it. Oh, no it doesn't, because this can heal. Let's actually set this up on the second floor. I'm also going to set my dregs up like that, so that Rector takes no damage on this next fight. And I'm hoping that by doing that I can maybe set something else up. And I can't get that because our units will get dazed on the top floor. So we set up somewhere else. Rage 2. Does this help me kill that? Yes, it does. And if I just put it on that, now it's dead. The Trusted Priest can do whatever he wants because he's not going to hurt the pyre. So now I can set this stuff up down here. Maybe we do one of these. Alright, so I do want something like this, because now the train steward won't die. This would be better. No it wouldn't, never mind. I didn't think about that before I put stuff down. Okay, so what's this one? Okay, that's not very helpful. I say we put a train steward there. Just check friendly units, so it's not enemy units don't get dazed. That's an artifact that we can get later that'll help with that, but just wanted to make sure I knew the text since this is our first run through. Well, if I give him +5 attack and burnout 2, that means that unless I get another Whiplash, which is not very likely considering I've got... I mean, it's basically a 50-50 shot that I would get it, and I don't think that's good enough. So I think we just put a train steward there to take the hit. And these guys are going to make it up to the pyre, almost definitely. This isn't bad. We could do this just to take a hit. That doubled how much damage we're doing. I think we would then also want to do Perils of Production and probably just Fatal Melting because we can. And then we have the Embers, so let's just stick this train steward in front. And I don't think we kill him on this next floor, at least not right off the bat. Nope, we totally do. So we make sure we play Way to the Contrition. We do not do the burnout because he will not die in that time frame. But we can do this. We can even... At this point, I don't need to do that. That was stupid. Here. You get the +5 attack and burnout. So at this point, that wasn't necessary to do. Just because he was already dying. He took some damage at the pyre, which is not great. I think we might want to take this molded. Yeah, let's take the molded. And then... Another Perils of Production actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. I do like Umbra Assault, so we can target maybe those healers in back next time. I think that's a better idea. I mean, with the Perils of Production, and that's what it was called. Yeah, the Perils of Production. You can at least get through that front line a little bit easier, especially on all the units you're going to be generating that die. But, yeah, I think we go this way for the unit. But that's not a guarantee that you actually get through the way you're thinking you're going to. Let's see. Let's actually see what the unit is, and maybe we buff that. Wickless Baron and Wickless Tycoon. So Rector's 2. I think we go with Wickless Baron here. Don't get me wrong, I really want that extra gold, but we need to be able to put out some more consistent damage. And I think making a nice beefy Baron is probably a better call. It's less risky. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if it's necessarily a better call. And I don't think we're gonna re-roll. We'll just carry this over to the after the next fight. +4 attack, we get a unit draft. Alright. I think the extra gold this early on is probably It probably yields better payout. I don't think that it is... Oh, God, they all die on the first floor. I don't think that it's going to be better for us in the long run, though. Sorry. Better in the long run, not better to get there, is what I'm trying to say. Let's put you in front. This doesn't do anything. It isn't can't. Alright, let's do the Shade Splitter up top. We might as well put the Rebel Morsel here. I don't want to do a Train Steward, drag, Shade Splitter again. See if we can't make something crazy happen. Alright, end turn. Alright, so Perils of Production does kill this guy. Maybe we go here, double Train Steward, Shade Splitter. Sure, why not? Okay. So they'll get one hit in on the Pyre. We're going to need to look at getting some more Pyre health. These guys are also going to make it, which is a problem. Because I know we're not killing the boss with 2 Train Stewards. Especially not when he's got spikes too. Holy crap. We did get a molded though. What does that give us? See, here's that extra 10 attack when they die paying off. So he hits this for 4, hits that, he attacks, and then he attacks. So if I do this, he should take some damage. And then I can do that just for funsies. I say we kill the priest in the back. I think we need the extra health more. Oh, that was stupid. I don't know why I did that. And the only reason I'm going to do it this way, there's no reason to be doing this, because he's going to die to burnout after the next turn. Okay. We might be losing. So that's fun. Let's kill that guy. I don't want to get the Magma Morsel out because he'll attack this and die and I don't get any harvest procs. So I think we have to put this one here. I can give him extra burnout. I say we put a Train Steward in front of him and a Magma... Oh, maybe not. So let's do that. Oh, hey, the boss is dying. Look at that. Okay. 4 health is not exactly a lot as far... Okay. I think we get another molded here. We need to be getting more stronger units more consistently. Let's go with the special morsels. Ooh. I think we go Overgorger. And I think we look for a trample, and we just get this super buffed up on the top floor. Alright. So here's that pyre health that we so desperately need right now. Is it worth trying to pick up another unit, though? I actually don't think it is right now, because I'm also looking at what the artifacts might be, and some of the Melting Remnant and Umbra available artifacts are really, really good, and I think could be very helpful. So the other question is, do we benefit from buffing up any of our units? And I think looking at Overgorger is important, especially coming up on the Daedalus fight. If this was an Umbra unit, I'd be going in a heartbeat. But it's not, so I can't. I think we have to go with the pyre health and the artifact here. Okay. Exploding Candle is some extra damage. Nothing to scoff at. And this, the burnout proc will happen anytime we reform, say, a morsel. So that could be interesting. There's our pyre health. What do we get for the concealed caverns? Oh, I don't know if this is what we want to do. I mean, I could go with more packed morsels, and that would give me some pretty consistent stuff to work with there. I would definitely want to start getting rid of these shade splitters. We could add some more moldeds. You know what? We're already in the middle of a risky run. Let's just get ourselves some better morsels, because we can. Alright. I think then we go on to the Daedalus fight. There's not... If there was a shop, I'd want to look at getting rid of some of the cards that we don't like in our deck, but don't really have that option. Alright. So, this is actually going to be a pretty productive first turn. We can Overgorger on top, like we're talking about. Rector Flicker, Wickless Baron on the bottom. We can Packed Morsels. Ooh. I think we want more health on the Wickless Baron since he's that front line. And then we can start beefing up our Overgorger up top. Wish I had another Ember to play in Umbra Assault to get rid of some of this extra damage coming out, but another explosive on that floor. Alright, so we have Incant here. I don't want to cast something if I don't have to. I think, though, we put this drag out front, and all of a sudden we're doing a lot of damage to all of them. So, let's look at what we can do up here. I like Packed Morsels. Let's also put some more HP on that guy. Fatal Melting's already doing 9 damage. So let's do that 9 damage. A Train Steward dies. unnecessarily. Oh, hey, we can do it this way, though. No, we can't. Whatever. He still dies. Oh, yeah, of course he does. No, what I was thinking was we could put Whiplash on this magma morsel, and this guy would attack it, or the bomb was going to explode at one or the other. It doesn't really matter. But this was going to die and then do some more damage. But I didn't think about the fact that it only has 1 health. Alright. Not to worry, it dies on the top floor anyway. Let's see. I think we beef up that morsel miner. So I think we go here. I think we put a drag in front. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's Shade Splitter to see what we get. That's actually a really good one. And I don't think... I might as well play this just to kill him. And then if Daedalus goes on to the middle floor, which I think he should, he'll take that 5 damage. He didn't go to the middle floor. These guys will take 5 damage, though. We got another Incanter. I'm thinking that is a good idea. Let's Packed Morsels. Oh wow, all attack. Alright. No capacity. So let's go here. Let's actually beef up the Train Steward. Why not? Okay. So, sneaking little bits of damage in anytime we have a burnout unit die on the same floor as Daedalus. There's his middle floor. So I could give this burnout and do more damage to him. But let's... Okay, so that guy's dead. That's good. Oh, we got another morsel miner? Well, hold on a sec. What do I want to give him? Honestly, I think I'd rather give him a damage shield. So let's do that. We'll definitely put Morsel Miner and Magma Morsel there. I don't want to trigger his incant. Let's see. Rubble Morsel's not what I wanted to see. Still not what I wanted to see. So he attacks, this blows him up, and our Train Steward would get some damage in. But let's just give one of these burnout, and we get some extra damage in that we wouldn't have normally. And our Train Steward doesn't die from burnout in the next fight. Final wave, here we go. So 228's not bad. We have the availability, though, of reforming a very big unit. A 3011 Morsel Miner with Burnout 2. I think actually getting a drag with a little bit less damage is probably better. So let me see. So it's 9 damage. So it doesn't matter what we put in the back, it's going to die from burnout. So what gets us the most damage? This would get us 60. Something like this would get us 72. So this is more damage. Oh, this would not get us 60 because it would get eaten. Yeah, let's do the drag. Stick him in back. Doing really good there. I think we'll Perils of Production, Rector. And then I think we just try and buff up our top guy and then add whatever is left to the Train Steward. So, what do we want to give our Overgorger? I think Lifesteal and Health. Let's put you in front so the Train Steward doesn't die. And then we'll go damage, damage. Okay. So, the only thing that's living on the enemy side this round is the boss. And he's not even going to have that much health. If we can put a little more stuff in front of this Train Steward, he'll get some good damage in. And then my Overgorger up top should wipe the floor with him. Yeah, that shouldn't change my damage at all. Okay, so Daedalus will die in the next fight. Cool. Okay, so it's coming together. Endless. Putting Endless on something would be really good because of our resin block. Do we have something that we want to put Endless on? I could put it on a morsel, actually. Like a morsel miner or something. I think Memento Mori is a better call, though, especially with everything on our team that's dying. A Morsel Master, huh? I think we pick up the Master. Not because they're going for Maker Master, but because we can put it up on the top floor or something with the Overgorger, and we can get more damage in consistently. I don't think Ember is a problem for us. I don't think drawing cards is a problem for us. And honestly, our capacity is not too big of an issue, but I think capacity is our biggest gap. Especially because I have 5 of those consumable morsel generators. Just being able to get all of our morsels out consistently would be a good thing. Umbra unit. So basically this boils down to a little bit of gold and maybe a good unit, or clean up our deck a little bit and get some more health. And I think I want to clean up the deck and get some more health. Let's do that. I also want to see what the champion upgrade is before I do too much else. So Rector Flicker with Burnout. I actually think let's just keep going with the accumulator Rector Flicker. I recognize how good Burnout is because of his stats, but the only things I have to prolong his life would be these Whiplashes, which when you've got 30 cards in your deck, you aren't going to be drawing every single turn. And I could always bring him back with Molded, which sort of doubles the amount of use I get out of him, but I don't know. Now that I'm talking about 4 cards instead of 2, it does actually seem more plausible, I guess. Actually, I think we do have to go with the burnout, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's clean up our deck by getting rid of... Is it Shade Splitter or Train Steward first? I think it's actually Shade Splitter first. Now, the Train Stewards at least can get a little bit of damage in over time. Hold over. Okay. Burnout on Rector Flicker was the correct choice. I've only got 150. I could actually purge the other Shade Splitters. So let's do that. Make our deck nice and efficient. On to the next fight. Okay, so getting the holdover on... That's fine. Getting holdover on a molded was really, really good. Worst, of course, we draw it on the first turn. Draw both of them on the first turn. Lovely. Resolve gains +3 attack. Okay. So how do we want to do this? I mean, it'd be nice if I could get enough damage through to kill this guy. I don't think that's gonna happen though. So let's play that. We play this knowing that there's no cards available because we can get morsels back next round. So let's end our turn. Here's our Overgorger. Do we want this on the top floor? Or do we want it here? Well, let's just get one of these quick. This actually does kill him. Actually, it kills. That dies. How is this? Oh, because it... Okay, it's dying because of Exploding Candle. I was having a hard time figuring out why that was happening, but now I understand. In that case, I do think we put Overgorger up top. I think we play a drag here, just so we can get the Collector. I mean, dregs are now sort of a... They're sort of like that, what is it? Melting Imp? The imp that you summon it and does 5 damage to everything. Dregs are similar in that regard for us. Might as well put a Train Steward in for a little extra damage. The Perils of Production doesn't help us. We don't need it for Ember. Train Steward doesn't get a little extra damage in because he's just going to heal when he goes up to the next floor. I know this now. I think what we're going to do is use Molded to get that same Magma Morsel back to make sure he dies. And then obviously buff up our Overgorger a little bit. You're dying from Burnout. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have played the Morsel Master and then summoned a ridiculous 3311. Let's actually go with extra health on this one. And then... let me see. These guys attack. Does 5 damage to everything. Okay, so if I do this and this, that guy dies. Which is a lot more manageable than two of them making it up. And then I might as well just play this, get that going. Alright, so now we don't molded any of our morsels, we molded Rector. And I think we play both of our Whiplashes on him. Is there anything that dies from an Umbra assault? And the answer is no. He gets really close if I play it on him, but not close enough. I guess we can play the Train Steward there. I mean, the 10 damage doesn't carry over, obviously. He does die on the next floor, though, so that's good. Alright. A 4816 Magnum Morsel. What's better than that? Two 4816 Magnum Morsels. So let's see. I've got 4 spaces left, and I can get 6 morsels. I guess more damage is nice. I can go with the extra health as well. Sure. Can't play the Train Steward anywhere. I might as well no. That doesn't do anything for me. It's sort of a null interaction. So yeah, we're gonna play Fatal Melting up here to make sure that Overgorger doesn't die. 180 damage on Memento Mori is pretty nice, but the boss is already dying. So I'm not gonna worry about the rest of it. I think we've got a really nice setup going now. We just gotta make sure that even with the Trader's Quill's nice. Even with the trials, we need to be careful that we don't let anything get up to the next floor. I'm gonna take Mortal Entrapment. A very large portion of that is because I know our deck is fine now, and I'd like to get Mastery on that card just because I'm a completionist at heart. However, I think we go with Feast here. However, with everything else that we're doing, getting Dazed 2 helps us achieve that goal of killing things, staying alive, and not letting it get up to the Pyre. So now, getting Pyre health is less important. It's not completely unimportant. But I'm looking at the fact that there's a Merchant of Trinkets here, and we have nowhere near enough gold to buy anything there. So we're basically going for either an artifact and health, or gold, unit upgrades, and whatever the Concealed Caverns has. So what unit upgrades would we want? Oh! I saw his attack before, and I thought, oh hey, that's probably fine. I thought I buffed him. I did not. That +2 attack permanently carries over from one fight to the next. Overgorger is ridiculous. Holy crap. That being said, actually buffing our Overgorger does not sound like a bad idea. So we are going this way 100%. I was really hoping to see Quick, because that helps us make sure he doesn't die, and he gets all of the benefit of his attacks. And we're going to give him 25 extra health. I might as well upgrade the Morsel Master with some extra attack. I'm not going to re-roll for more stuff, because there's not really a lot left. Okay, the Historian. I actually don't think Petty Theft helps us very much, because everything has a ridiculous amount of health, and I'm not going to take the time to upgrade the spell. I think we just take Heaven's Gold. Gift of Gratitude. Let me think. There are a couple times where we've had a fairly large excess of Ember at the end of the turn. Usually, it's towards the end of the fight, and it's when I've used Perils of Production. I want to check something. This is probably... I'm not abandoning the run. This is probably the first time I've ever done this, but I have seen other YouTubers and streamers do this as well. Are you sure you want to quit? You won't be able to return the concealed caverns. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it randomly says what each concealed caverns is. I'm thinking about whether or not I've picked up Heaven's Gold, because I honestly don't know. Gift of Gratitude, I could get the mastery on that, because I'm trying to prevent stuff from getting to the pyre in the first place, and we haven't had a lot of gold to begin with, so I don't know how aggressive getting Heaven's Gold is going to be for us. I think, honestly, we just take Gift of Gratitude, and I apologize for both of those puns slash double entendres slash whatever you want to call it. Alright, next fight, and then Fell after that. Oh, we get the stealth one. That's gross. That's really gross. Alright, here's to hoping we get some dregs that can blow up the floors without us having to take any fire damage. And we didn't get any of them. Okay. Let's play it now for 90. Rector Wickless, right? And then he's down to 10. And then I think we can get away with playing the Morsel Master here, because they're not going to kill him. And we'll go to the next. I'd like to get something out here to kill these guys, and none of those were it. So, we are going to make a burnout unit. Yeah, I think I have to. There, now they're all dead. Oh, and you know what I can do? There we go. So we still kill everything, and then we can also have our Overgorger. There's our molded, which is good. So they're both dying, and I'm not. So let's worry about other floors quick. I forgot we have Trader's Quill. That was super helpful, actually. Yeah, let's go double Morsel Excavator. And then down here, we are experiencing and some burnout. Let's go here. Let's go here. The 10 damage doesn't help us with any breakpoints. We might as well just do this. It does save some damage up here, though. Alright, so we get Rector back. And that's exactly the 95 damage we need. Yeah, let's do 30 damage to that guy. And then let's damage shield. And let's extra health. And then we'll extra health up here. I think we're fine to leave this guy. Oh wait, he's got sweep. So he's gonna kill our Morsel Master. Now he's dead. Oh, he's gonna kill everything though, so I don't really want to play anything else, which means now we got a bunch of stuff in our deck that we don't necessarily want, but this guy doesn't kill our Morsel Master. Right now, Morsel Master is obviously good because it helps keep our Overgorger alive by generating the extra health here, and we could potentially just always put the extra health morsels up top. But it's also good for the next couple fights. Oh, you know what? He was going to kill this anyway. Because he has quick. Okay, so that was a very slight misplay. But you know what? I made sure that my main guys didn't die, so I don't care. Let's look at what we can bring back. I like the idea of the damage shields, actually. Especially since he's got quick, then he takes out those first couple guys. He takes out this won't hit him at all. So, actually, let's just do that. Because then we can put another damage shield on Rector. And I really hope that we draw our Whiplash. Let's just put the Train Steward there. And honestly, we'll play the drag too. I mean, at that point, I might as well just get rid of this, because I doubt we're going to get it again. And we'll just buff up our Train Steward a little bit. Okay. Get some damage in there. I'd really like to have drawn my Whiplashes. Okay, we got some damage in there. We have to play this so we make sure that we draw it for the next turn. What gives us the best benefit? I think we just make sure Rector gets a little more health for the next round. So we can do that. Let's go up here, and what we're gonna do is play Umbra Morsel, Feast, and then we'll do more damage shield actually. And then we'll play this guy. And why not give the Steward more health as well? Okay, so we've played all of our cards. We've got one capacity remaining on all of our floors. We have one more thing of stealth. So we always get Rector. And we're definitely going to be Whiplashing Rector. we win. Alright. That stealth boss can be such a pain in the butt. And then especially when you have burnout to worry about, it can get a little iffy. Resin removal seems interesting. Because Seraph the Temperament, we can remove the sap stacks. This also lets us get rid of Dazed, I believe. So for me, it's between Resin Removal, which seems like a very clear, safe choice, and Sacred Wicks, knowing that those two units we reform are very likely to be morsels, which is fine. I actually don't think we need any more of this reform. We don't need any more morsel generations. I think resin removal is a better call here. And I think we always go for Feast, because that lets us super buff up the Overgorger. Yeah. So, do we get rid of some cards, which doesn't sound like a horrible idea? Or do we get more health, buff up units, and get gold? Our train stewards haven't become a total hindrance on our run. I think we take the health and the gold. If we find something super nice for the morsel maker, then sure. I guess we could add damage shield too. I don't think I want to add endless to anything. Actually, let's add endless to the morsel master. Just in case there's a sweep unit that comes through and kills him for whatever reason, it'd be nice to make sure that we can always get him back. We don't need the extra damage. The damage shield helps with that same situation, but this is more of a peace of mind thing, and we can play it on a different floor now. So that's a good call in my book. I don't think we spend any money purging because there's a chance that we want to buy some crazy artifacts coming up soon. Spell Shield 5 empowers them with armor. Okay. I'm thinking Overgorger up top. Rector's fine down here. I don't need to worry about any incants, so do I want to do damage to something? That, because then it dies. Let's... Minor, morsel, removal. And that got rid of the spell shield. That's good to know. I don't think I need to worry about it, because I don't really do any damage with my spells. Oh no, he's got armor. So Morsel Master, Fatal Melting's already doing 9 damage. I say we get rid of... Not those, apparently, because they have armor. So I would have never mind. I was gonna say, I would have thought about putting Morsel Miner here, but he doesn't do enough damage, and the Gorger has Quick. So it's just gonna go there. We don't have any more Ember. And turn. Wickless Baron makes sense. And then I think we do a Packed Morsels here so that he dies to Rector. And so I can play some stuff. Specifically, let's go with that one. The rest we can put down here, but I have to play Molded too. So let's grab this. I actually can't play it on this floor without it dying, so we're not going to. We are going to do this, and then we'll give extra attack as well. Alright, so we have an extra excavator. I'll just play it there. That way it doesn't go into our discard pile and then get cycled through and reduce how many cards we actually get to see. I thought that guy was gonna die. Okay, I guess not. So we always molded Rector Flicker back. And we slam him down right in the front because he's a beast. If we do Packed Morsels, this will die. The one in back does not. And that's okay. Now, what do we give our Overgorger? I think we give him extra health. These guys are dead. There's an X on the guy in the back. He's definitely dying. Let's just damage shield extra attack on Rector. I might as well play the Drag and the Train Steward to chip away at this guy, and then this doesn't do anything. Oh, wait. It gets a little more damage in on this Clipped Guardian. Why not? Alright, so the things I'm worried about right now are Fel burning through Rector. Or more specifically, Rector not getting enough damage in before his burnout kills him. Ooh, we definitely do this. There's nothing blocking damage to Fel up top, and getting an extra 90. They don't get an extra 90 because they're dazed. But we get the extra burnout. Dying, the exploding candle procs. So I could do this to save some damage and put some more through. You are not dying in just that first hit, so we're going to Packed Morsels to get rid of that. And we'll go a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Let's play an Antumbra. Yeah, an Umbra Morsel. No room there, no room there. Let's just play a Dreg. And of course, they'll have armor. Okay, so I want to play every Wicklash I can on Rector. This is Harvest, not Incant, so we can maybe get something like another Morsel Miner. I actually like putting it down here. Let's see, you gain armor 10. So I actually don't want to put anything in front of Rector that could die. I don't think I want to trigger Feast, so is this where we play Gift of Gratitude? I might as well play you in the back. Get a little more damage in on that guy. You die because of Quick. Yeah, I think this is where we play Gift of Gratitude, and it's a Purge. Purge does not trigger the Consume Trader's Quill effect. Okay. So we've got to be coming up on the final wave soon, and I don't feel like we have nearly enough burnout on Rector. Another Whiplash is helpful. Nothing up here. Actually, playing this guarantees that you die. So let's Molded, and we're just going to keep buffing up by +10/+10 our Overgorger. And honestly, I could just Feast now and get... Do I Feast now? That doesn't help us. So we're not going to worry about it. Okay. If I could get some more Whiplashes, that would be great. If I could get a 270 damage spell, that would also be great. So he's dying from burnout before Fel has a chance to kill him. That should mean quite a bit. I like getting the Morsel Miner to get an extra 90 damage in. What else do I like? Let's do Lifesteal too, just because we can. It's not nearly as much damage. And of course now I can't play Memento Mori, so that's... I screwed up. Yes, I can. Let's play it. Oh, he's almost dead. So close. I think we play the Morsel Miner up top like normal. And then we can buff up the Train Steward, because who cares? Fel will kill everything on this floor, or it will die to burnout, and then we can re-summon Rector Flicker up on the second floor, and Fel will die. 121, 174 is nothing to laugh at. Okay. So we're at a point again where our deck is fine. I don't think we need anything to make it super better. Shroud Spike is the card I'd be looking at because of all of our Gorge effects going on, especially with the top floor. I mean, for kill a morsel unit. So if I were to put a morsel unit up top with Overgorger, let's say it's the Morsel Miner, he gets +5/+5 X times, and then also gets the +2 attack X times from his Gorge ability. And then that stays. And it's a consume card, which means we get the proc off of Trader's Quill. However, Blazing Bolts has not been mastered yet. Because we don't really need anything to make ourselves better. We're at a point now where we don't even need the Overgorger except to make sure stuff doesn't make it up to the Pyre, because Rector is a beast on the first two floors. And honestly, if we get up to that third floor on the Seraph fight, we have enough space for Rector with the Morsel Maker and with our Overgorger, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is what our capacity is. I'm just going to take Blazing Bolts. And I want to test something too. Because I think the fact that it's a Purge means that it carries over just like what the Overgorger's effect does. Where this will do 30 and then it'll go away and we just get a better version by default. So that'll at least give us a chance to test that. Do we need the extra Ember at this point? I think for like being able to play Blazing Bolt and Memento Mori and Mortal Entrapment, I think maybe we do. And I think we do that even knowing that we'll probably have leftover Ember every turn. I don't think we need the extra draw. We're drawing enough cards as it is. We're not. This isn't like an Awoken deck where we're just trying to cycle through everything like crazy. So I think we'll take the extra Ember just for those turns where we want those 3-cost spells to be casted. There's a lot of spells that we could upgrade. We definitely benefit from the extra 20 Pyre health because we're missing 50. And an extra artifact is nothing to scoff at. Alternatively, 33 cards. We could get rid of some stuff in our deck that we don't want, like Train Stewards. But honestly, we've had Train Stewards live to the last round because we're not putting anything else productive on that middle floor. Is there something that I really, really want to duplicate? I guess is the question. Another Overgorger. Maybe. I'm not really convinced of that. Whiplashes. No, I don't think we really want to duplicate. Like, we could. There are plenty of things that we could duplicate. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's something that we need. I'd rather get the Pyre health. And then we have a chance of making some of our... Oh. Ooh. We have a chance of making our spells cost significantly less. For example, Memento Mori. I don't know if buffs on Blazing Bolts carry over. Do we want permafrost on something? I don't think we need permafrost. I mean, I can stick it on a Memento Mori so that we just hold on to it until we need it. And I think that's what we'll end up doing. And then what I would like to do... I think I just want to see if putting the Surge Stone on this carries over. Because it gets purged before it gets consumed. So we tested that one out, kind of. But if this 20 damage, this 20 extra damage carries over to each improved Blazing Bolt, that'd be good to know. I don't think we reroll. I don't think we purge anything extra. The Train Stewards are fine. And then we upgrade our champion. Nice. No, so we don't get any extra burnout. What is he right now? He's 60, 65. I think because we've already got the giant increase from going Burn Bright, I think now we do actually want the extra harvest procs more. Because all it takes is 2 things dying before we have more health. At which point, the only concern we have with Rector is how many burnout stacks he has left. Which, if we're getting Whiplashes repeatedly, that would be good. I'm now wondering if maybe we do want to re-roll. No. Yes. Yes. No. Alright, so what I was hoping was that we get a holdover, we could put that on Whiplash, and then Rector would never die from burnout except on the last fight. But since we've re-rolled, let's just reduce the cost of something. I mean, obviously Blazing Bolts or Mortal Entrapment. I think Mortal, or Fatal Melting. Let's do Mortal Entrapment. Haven't cast this spell once, ever. I would like to, and I'd like to get that benefit of the Dazed too. So let's do that. And yeah, I think that's fine. I don't want to spend any more gold because I'd really like it for the trinket shop. Oh god, +8 attack. That's gonna hurt. Alright, give me just a minute. I need to go use the restroom. And I'm back. Alright, so +8 attack, 400 coins. Bring it. So something just occurs to me. We never would have been able to get this far if we had done an artifactless run. Let's put Overgorger on top again, because we can. Oh my god, he dies? Well, fixed that. Ah. Okay. So more health all around. Yep, get the extra damage in there. Let's do lifesteal down below. Oh my goodness, that's like perfect. And then sure. Gets a little more damage on this Gilded Wing, but... Alright, so now what I need is one more thing to take the hits here so that I can heal up. Specifically, if I can get 26 out, that'd be great. Alright, so a drag here is ridiculously good. That's helpful. Let's play him. Oh, we got our molded. Okay. That's also really helpful. We can put that on any morsel, it doesn't matter which one. And now we're not dying. Okay. Let's play this. Oh, it does carry over. Okay. Oh, it deals that. Oh, that's good. It just does multiples. Alright. I really like Blazing Bolts. Let's do a damage shield on Rector. And then up top, we can go Morsel Jeweler, Morsel Excavator, doesn't matter. Okay. And just like that, we have stabilized our board. So, we Morsel Master. I'm not gonna lie, I like putting these dregs right here to kill these Shade Wings in the back. Extinguish, that's fine. Let's see. Honestly, I think the damage shields are where we want to be with Rector. So let's stick that there. And then let's get a consume trigger there. We'll just do extra damage because we can. What can we reform that can help us? Let's do the drag. Let's get some extra damage in. Nothing crazy, but 115. And he's going to go up to... Yeah. So this guy... Yeah, this guy dies in the next round. This will only be at 39. Oh, I could have double... Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Well, now we know. I could have feasted, put a morsel up there, feasted, put a morsel up there, and we would be doing really well. Wicklash on Rector makes sense to me. Let's get a unit. Is there one that can survive all of that? And I think the answer is no. So we try to get something that can survive as many of those hits. And our best bet is this guy. Because he'll take one hit from this, then he'll get hit by that, and then he'll do a lot of damage to a lot of stuff. Let's see. That seems like a good idea. Let's get some damage shields. Sure, why not? Prison removal doesn't do anything for us since we don't need 0 attack morsels to not have dazed. I could play a packed morsels just to kill this, and then our train steward would have a lot more attack and some life steal. But I don't think that it's necessary. Especially since I can't then also play those morsels, and I don't want to put too many in my deck. Alright, so we got our Memento Mori, which is already doing 190 damage, by the way. Let's see. I think we just stick a Train Steward in front. You do actually hit us, though. 5 damage, huh? Really molded. I mean, this Umbra morsel is doing some serious work for us. Do we put a drag here? Why not? Let's do one of those. Sure, we'll put a damage shield on him. We haven't put anything up here yet. That's a problem. Okay. That was a pretty productive round. Sorry, I was doing a lot of thinking. You have taken damage, sir, which means Mortal Entrapment does some serious work for us. We are on the last round, so what we want to do is get as much oomph on Rector Flicker as possible. I think our best bet here is to go for as much damage as possible. So let's just get one of our Magma Morsels. Stick him there. draw. We can add extra burnout, which is wonderful. We'll stick a drag in front, just to take whatever hits us that first time. This will die on the next floor, and I actually don't have any morsels this round to play up here for Overgorger. And that's okay. 270 damage on the Memento Mori. Oh, this was perfect. Okay. More Wicklash on Rector. We're up to almost 900 damage, and we'll be able to pull him out in the next round, too. 84 damage with Fatal Melting. So let's do that. Get the 30 damage in there. Nothing has sweep that's going to kill us. Let's go up here. Go damage shields, feast, and Umbra morsel. We have to play molded. We don't have any room though to play anything on that floor. So maybe we take this Umbra. There's a train steward up there. Let's actually just take the dreg then. We can stick a dreg here. We still have plenty of room for Rector. And then we'll just do one of those. Rector's still dying to burnout, which is very promising for this next round. Did I kill that guy up top? I should have. Yes, I did. Ooh, we definitely want to play this. Not just because it kills him, but then we get the next stronger version. I'm not sure what that next stronger version is going to be, but let's find out. Stealth 2 to friendly units is very interesting. I don't think we want any of these. Prism retrieval, I guess it's another consume effect, and even if we just get a train steward, and even if we play it for 0, that's still another 30 damage that we can sneak in with Trader's Quill. So we'll take it. We've got 845 gold now. I'm not super worried about another 10. Now, I think first we want to just check out this. Did this not? Had a stronger root. Yeah, this didn't actually trigger. It purged, and that was it. And it didn't even purge. 50 damage to random enemy unit 2 times. Yeah, that's the same one that we just casted. So, for future reference, at least with Blazing Bolt, I don't know if this is going to apply to any other card. Don't make this your last move because you don't get the actual trigger off of it. So I could go here, reduce the cost of Blazing Bolts, but I don't think that helps us considering Seraph is the next fight. I think what we want to do is make sure our units are as strong and as consistent as possible. I think to do that, we need to make sure that we're getting more of our apply burnout stuff. I think what we want to do is duplicate a Wicklash. I mean, once we draw the holdover molded, it doesn't matter. But making sure that we can last that long is important, I think. We did run into a situation where Rector almost died. We may do because we had very expendable other units, but I guess we could duplicate Memento Mori, but I don't think we need it. So, what units would we buff up? Let's answer that question. We have dregs, which, I mean, they don't really need to be buffed up. They're intentionally expendable. And we don't really care about the train steward, so we wouldn't really buff up any units. We could duplicate some cards. There's plenty of opportunities there. And then a little extra gold before we go and buy a crap ton of trinkets, or artifacts, could be helpful. What spells would we buff up? We could reduce the cost of blazing bolts. We could reduce the cost of fatal melting. We could double stack on engulfed in smoke, which would be really good on a boss fight. I guess draw 5 cards every turn. I think we go to the left because we don't really, we do benefit from the extra pyre health, but we don't need it. I actually don't want to get rid of the train stewards at this point. Because if we draw them and we need that fodder in front, then we benefit from having those train stewards. Otherwise, we have to resort pretty much exclusively to spells and morsels to keep us alive, which might work out just fine. But if we get the sweeping Ember Drain units down here, that could be a problem. So, I don't care about getting rid of some cards, and I feel like we would spend a lot of money at the Merchant of Magic, that I would rather just see if we can get a lot of artifacts, excuse me. So let's go this way. Let me just see what comes up. A large stone. You know what? Before I commit to that impulse, let me see what artifacts we have. Tomb units get plus 30 health. I would love to pick this up. I have no reason to do it. Flicker's Liquor is ridiculous with the morsels. We could invest some money to get extra armor on the pyre. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I mean, just in case. We have the gold. Might as well. Let's see what rerolls we get. Dazed is interesting. Gorge is amazing. I kind of want to buy all of these, and I can't. So the Gorge only affects Overgorger. I love Fossilized Fanes. I don't think it's what we want to do yet. I think this one we always take. Hell's Banners, I think we also take. Now, with that said, we don't have the ability to do Large Stone, Wick Stone on a dreg, which is sort of what I was thinking. So, we could instead make a Train Steward burnout capable so that we get even more of our Exploding Candle procs. And then, since we have the 20 gold and there's nothing else that we can spend it on, and it doesn't benefit us at all to hold on to it, I think we we'll just put it on another Train Steward. It really doesn't matter. And then we're going to duplicate one card. That one card I think we should make it Memento Mori. We have plenty of packed morsels. Not worried about that at all. And honestly, the Wicklashes and the molded situation, I don't think we're worried at all about making sure Rector is still in the fight. So we're going to duplicate Memento Mori. Get some really big spells going. Now, I see there being some room for us losing on this fight, but I think if we are mindful of that, then we should be fine. Okay, so we got Darkwings, who have a lot of health and get a lot of armor and stuff dies. And then we have these Shade Wings again. So it's 3 cards. We'll play Morsel Master up top. Play Rector Flicker at the bottom, which gets us our 3 Ember from Hell's Banner. Then we'll play Packed Morsels here, which also gets us our Winged Steel proc. And we don't have any units with Burnout that are going to die. These thankfully both have Dazed. That's whatever. So let's just start stacking up Rector then. Maybe what we do is we feast and do it again. Oh, no, we don't want to feast. Because that gets him 45 armor every time we do that. That was a mistake, mostly. So let's just Packed Morsels again. And that doesn't help us do anything at all. Oh, no! There, now he dies. Okay, we're good. So we'll play all of our morsels up top, because I have nothing else to do it on, and then our Morsel Master gets nice and beefy. Okay, that was a pretty good first turn. Okay, so Hell's Banner gives us 3 Ember. So what I could do is play Prism Retrieval right now. Yeah, let's do Prism Retrieval right here. So we get the souped up Train Steward. But now what we can do is Packed Morsels. All we have to do is play 1 more unit. And we get the draw proc. We can play... Let's play Magma Morsel, I guess. Now we have the Ember to play Overgorger. So now what I want to do is not die. Only 3 damage, doesn't kill these guys. I think it makes sense to play Wicklash. I think it makes sense to protect these relatively strong Train Steward. I might as well play this on something here. That dies. He takes some damage. This doesn't die. Now it does. We'll get it back. I'm not concerned about that part. Alright. You know, we could have drawn the Wickless... Was it Baron? Yeah, we could have drawn the Wickless Baron with that 1 card we played. Alright. This is a perfect opportunity for a drag to do some serious work for us. I am fine playing Fatal Melting there. I might as well Pact Morsels. This will go up top. Let's get extra damage on Rector. I'm gonna play this, which should... See, that was a better version. We didn't get that before. Oh, this is just the last one. Okay. So, this only upgrades to this version. I did not know that. Now I do. Now putting Consume on it seems like a horrible decision. This floor is full. This one is not. This one is not. Let's definitely get some more health to our Train Steward. And honestly, let's also put Stealth, because it's just going to go to waste otherwise, and then these all die anyway, so... Okay. We are definitely in control of this fight. Memento Mori is pretty nice. We got our Molded, which is awesome. Let's see what we get with the Molded. I would really like to put some Lifesteal. I should have waited. Okay. We're here now. It's fine. What I was thinking is, it'd be really good to get Lifesteal on Rector, because he needs to be able to stay up to maximum health wherever possible. What I should have done is probably played Pact Morsels first, because it's very likely that I would have got either a damage shield or another lifesteal minion there, and then I would have known whether to get the lifesteal or the morsel miner. Now, which one is it? Flicker's Liquor. When you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to 0. So in this case, we want to play as many morsels first, because it makes everything else in our hand cost less. Let's go with damage shields up top on the Overgorger. And then, what can we do down here? I guess I'll put a Train Steward down, knowing that it's going to die. But then, don't we get damage in on him? Actually, let's not play that drag there. Let's play the Magma Morsel. Why is he only taking 5? He takes 5 from the burnout. Not a target in combat. That doesn't mean he doesn't attack. Oh, because he okay. My mistake. We could fix that. There, that gave us an extra 32 damage. That's full, that's full, that's full. And we got a bunch of extra damage there. Okay, that was a pretty effective turn. Give me just 1 minute, because I am getting a phone call. And I'm back again. Turns out, when you haven't seen your wife for a day, she likes to talk your ear off. Okay, so let's take some inventory really quick. You're dying from burnout, which I don't think I can avoid, but we'll bring you back next turn with molded. 77 damage could be better. You're dying, but I'd like to kill you before you die. Maybe what we do is we play a drag, because then we get... Doesn't do anything because... Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so let's do packed morsels here. We'll do that. We draw some more stuff. We get another molded. So the question is... I think we actually don't have a question here. I think we just put the extra health apparently on our dreg, because that doesn't die because we misplayed. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I think we play our Burnout Steward here. We gotta play the molded, so we have it for next turn. Let us... Oh, I should have played the molded first, apparently. Wait. No. Let's not do that. We'll play that. We'll play this. And now everything, almost everything, should be full. We'll play this, and I think we should go with extra attack. Now what I want to do... do we play this just to get through that? No, I think we hold on to the Memento Mori. What I'm going to do is turn this back to normal speed, because what I want to see is when the morsels get eaten and what happens to Rector. Does Rector get the eaten procs, or does the Wickless Baron get the Wickless Baron gets the eaten procs. I don't have to check that anymore. Because he's getting plus 12, which is plus 3 from each of the morsels, so that's 6. And then there's another plus 3 here, which should be 9. How is he getting 12? Oh, no, because it's Harvest, not Gorge. No, I do want to check this now. Okay, so let's see what happens. So we'll end the turn. Yeah, we'll end the turn. So that dies. He doesn't attack. We get some damage in there, which is wonderful. Alright, he will die on the next floor. Attack, attack, attack. I hit him, no attack, hit. Okay, so Rector did actually get the procs. And the plus 12 health was actually from everything else that was dying, which was 2 morsels, Rector, and the guy in back. Alright, so we can turn this back up to Super Ultra. Every single time we get Rector Flicker back. No questions about it. 50 damage 4 times for 0 Ember seems like a really good deal. Okay. Could daze this guy all the way up to the top, but let's do one of those. See what's going on up here. That's dying from Burnout, which is fine. I don't have any more morsels to play, so I think we might as well just kill these guys. It's gonna be fun, I promise. I think we don't do that because we can't. I could do stealth. I don't think there's a reason to. Might as well. I've changed my mind. We're doing that. Because now he dies exactly. And then we get some extra damage in there. The Ember Drain obviously will hit us a little bit But between all the other stuff that we're doing right now, it's gonna be fun. Okay. So we've got Harvest, we've got Slay. So what do we want to put on Rector? I think we just want to make sure he can do stuff that he needs to do. So let's do that. What we need to do is play one more. Hold on, let me make sure everywhere else is fine. This could be better, but he's not dying. So let's resin removal here. Oh, we get rid of the Ember Drain that way too. Cool. Molded is almost exactly what I wanted to see, because I want to get these Morsel Miners and soup up our Overgorger even more. 102 damage. Sure. Now he's almost dead. If I had known Ember Drain would go away, which, in hindsight, I know that it would go away. I should have played it here, then... Or no, that wouldn't have made a difference, because I wanted to play it down here anyway. So, keep in mind, Ember Drain is removable by resin removal, and you can get Rage 2, Gain 2 Ember for basically nothing, if you do it correctly. Hello, Pepper. No, Pepper. Because I said so, Pepper. So let's put this on him since he gets consumed anyway. And then... yeah. It's a little helpful. Final wave. 438, you're dying to burnout of all things. So, how do we want to do this? We want to mold it. I think we actually do the Morsel Miner down here. We can do that. We can play the Dreg. That's actually really helpful. 582 up to 907. Jeez. Okay, so what happens is this guy hits our Dreg, who dies. He kills this guy, does some damage to everything, but this guy gets effectively 10 armor. We then hit him for 112 and then 34. I think we should just kill him. That gave us some more damage. We can't play any other units on that floor, so let's do one of these just to protect the 34 damage dude. That dies, and this will die on the next floor. So I might as well just put the extra 3 damage on this, and you just did half of Seraph's health. And we put Rector out in front, and that should be it. Still from burnout? Well, now he's dead. Sure, we'll stealth, we'll Fatal Melting, we'll get another unit out here just because we can. Who doesn't like more units? That dies, he dies, everyone keeps on living. Alright, so this was not what I would call ideal play. Obviously, a win is a win in our book, but if we could have been more consistently stabilized earlier in each of the fights, that would have made me feel better. But once we stabilized, we were golden. It was just a matter of bringing back whichever units. Merchant reroll costs 20% more. Great. I got 6 more mastered cards. I'd say that was worth it. Level 7 Melting Remnant. Strike, friendly burnout units gain Rage 2. So, Lady of the Reformed, Paraffin Enforcer, drag. That could be fun. And actually, this works really well in a Hellhorned deck as well because of the rage stuff. That could be fun. Remnant Host. Summon 2 draft units. Okay. It's maybe helpful. Units played 223. That's a lot of units. Okay. Our first Covenant Rank 10 game was a win. So technically we are on a 2-win streak. Although it doesn't exactly show because we're in a different cup now, but that's pretty good. So yeah, going back to the optimal play stuff. What's this? Oh. Oh. All right, so a little information for everybody. The more money you have at the end, the more multipliers you can get just for this last fight. So if you have 500 gold, it's going to multiply your 10,800 score you might have got by some factor, and that's how you can get like really crazy scores. So a run where you have a crap ton of gold and you didn't get any artifacts and maybe you don't buy any upgrades. You could have some stupid score. I wonder what the theoretical maximum would have been. I don't know. Oh my god, this video is an hour and 52 minutes long. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that video, thank you for watching. 2 hours of a single run is quite a bit, but I think there was a lot of good stuff in this one. Some learning opportunities for sure. And if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.